your weekly chat with certified nutrition therapist and lifelong foodie, Kristin Whitaker, coming to you from Utah Natural Wellness with a reminder that your food should serve you. So, let's dish! Here you go then. Welcome to This is Nourish with Kristin at Utah Natural Wellness, brought to you by our most favorite grass-fed farm and raw dairy, Utah Natural Meat and Milk. So glad for their sponsorship and giving a home to our platform, and I'm also thankful for everyone who's been joining our wellness group this week and last. It's fun to see it build, and I love when you share tips and recipes and tricks and things that you're succeeding and struggling with. So thank you for that and all the interaction. And while we're waiting for people to log on, just a few announcements from the farm. Well, the big one is we've got our new shirt designs in. So look, I'm not just a nutritional therapist, I'm a model now. Here's one of them. So if you're a Star Wars fan, we have Join the Rebellion with our Princess Leia cow. And we have a great one, Raw Milk Renegade is one of my favorites for those rebel milk buyers. And we also have a new line of hats that are really cool. So come on in and check out what we've got. And we're excited. We're always playing with new ideas, and we think we're funny. So come on in. Okay, well, let's get going on today's topic. Today's topic is, how do I pick a diet that's right for me? And, you know, I actually bet there's some of you who didn't want to come live that might check this out later, and hi to all of you. And I understand, because diets are a hard thing to talk about, because most of us have been on more than one diet. Some of us feels like we've been on every diet, and it's sometimes embarrassing or shameful to admit that we're still trying to lose weight, or we still haven't got it right, or we somehow feel like we've failed if we're starting yet another diet. So it's a safe place to talk to, because I am one of those who feels like I've been on every one of them. And it took me a long time to admit that I was a chronic yo-yo dieter. I mean, I was an invincibly skinny teenager who never thought twice about eating a whole pizza and a whole 2-liter of Dr. Pepper and all the fixins to go with it. And so when suddenly I had kids and my metabolism crashed and my body changed, which, by the way, is incredibly not fair. We should get awards and accolades for what we did, not punished. But suddenly I didn't feel like myself in my body anymore, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I have been on every diet out there. And so when I went to school for nutrition therapy, the main thing was to heal chronic conditions in my family, but for my own secret personal desires, it was to figure out which of all the diets is true, because I was so tired of failing, I guess would be the way to put it. So let's talk about that today. And if you've been on some diets, if you've tried some and loved them, tried them and hate them, or just laugh about how ridiculous it was, go ahead and put it in the comments or let me know. I love to hear your experiences as well. So which diet is true? I was hoping for like a one-sentence answer that I could prescribe to everyone, and I would make millions selling that. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is no one true diet. We're all too different on a biochemical level, on a genetic level, and culturally, the way we eat in our families. Like, there are so many factors that make us who we are. There is not one cure-all, fix-all in the diet realm. Sorry, spoiler alert. However, there are some principles that make some diets work better than others. So first of all, I want to backtrack a little bit and talk about a mindset that we need to change and shift. And this will sound, simple on the outset, but let it sink in for a minute. If you are coming up to ask me, how do I lose the most weight the fastest? How can I get this weight off me? How can I shake 10 pounds? How can I lose 20 pounds by my high school reunion? All these questions that we've all asked. You need to stop and think twice for a second. So in my practice and with my friends and my family, people I love most in my life, I tell them, stop trying to lose weight. Just stop. We shouldn't be losing weight to try and get healthy, to look how we want, to feel how we want. We should not lose weight to get healthy. We should be working to get healthy and let the weight take care of itself, if that makes sense. If you're not at a healthy weight, then that's a problem. That's something out of balance, something not working right. And so instead of just attacking the symptom, the weight that you're not happy with, we should be looking at your whole system, your whole person, how you function as a whole, and find out what's off there and fix that. And then your body will take care of the weight by itself, because that's what they do. They take care of us. Our bodies are amazing. So as we talk through all this, just remember that. Stop trying to lose weight to get healthy. Let's try to get healthy and let the weight take care of itself. Okay, so let's go through the criteria for the right diet. There are so many diets out there. I couldn't, in this little broadcast, cover even all the major ones. In fact, all these books behind me, okay, I'll admit it, I put it here to show off. Is it supposed to somehow make me look smarter? But the fact is that probably about a third of them have the word diet in the title, and they're selling some kind of diet, and whether it's therapeutic or for weight loss or cosmetic, whatever, but they're diets. So how would we cover all of those? So instead we're going to look at some of the criteria for diets when you're choosing one for yourself, or if you're on one already, how to tell if that's what you should be doing. Okay, so first of all, it should star and feature clean and nutritious food. I actually had someone on Facebook laugh at the word clean food, and does that mean that it contains Windex or something? If you don't understand what clean food is, it means you don't understand how dirty our food is. So that's another discussion for another day, and why we shop at the farm. Thank you. But it should focus on clean, nutritious food. Second of all, a diet will probably limit carbs. And I'm not saying get rid of carbs, and I'm not saying carbs are bad, but considering our modern diet is just flush with processed empty carbs, there will be some kind of carbohydrate limitation on a successful diet. Okay, a successful diet does not leave you hungry. If you are hungry all the time, that diet is doomed to failure. How many of you, can I get an amen? If I'm hungry, I'm not thinking straight. We think it's a willpower issue, but biology wins every time. You can only last so long before your body will crash, and you'll binge, you'll eat, you'll rebound, and if you're left in a state of hunger, you'll be punished for it. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. If your diet leaves you hungry, it's not the right diet to be on. Variety. If your diet is super limited, that's not sustainable, it's not enjoyable, and it's not going to last. It's not healthy. Our bodies thrive on variety. There are so many nutrients and micronutrients, and even factors that they can't quantify, haven't discovered yet, that make whole nutritious food so much better than limited supplements. Or I used to wish I could just get a shake and just live on a shake so I didn't have to think about food anymore. But they can't capture optimal health in a shake, because you need the spectrum of health that comes in a variety of foods. So if your diet is limited, it's not the right diet. With an exception, if you have health issues and you're on a therapeutic diet for a specific need, there might be a temporary limitation why we fix some things, and then you'll adopt more variety. So that's a little caveat there, but a healthy diet includes a wide range of variety. You shouldn't be bored, and you shouldn't be sitting around going, what can I even eat, what's left? So next, a healthy diet should eliminate empty calories. This is a little diet faux pas that you'll notice. You'll see like maybe this huge bag of popcorn or puffy something, and it will say eat the whole bag, it only has 2 calories. You're like, great, look how much I can eat without taking in calories. And that's the opposite of how we should think. Every time we take a bite, we're causing wear and tear on our body. Our digestion kicks in, and digestion is the most expensive system to run in our body. So why would we be running empty calories through it when that's going to cause us stress and wear and tear and keep our body fired up and active? What we should be doing is concentrating on nutritional density. So instead of how many bites can I take that don't count, how few bites can I take that will count the most? What food will have the most impact on my health? I don't want to fill up with empty filler. That's gross. I want to eat packing peanuts. I want to eat real dense food that will make me feel good. And when I do that, I won't be hungry. I won't be searching the cupboards. I won't be raiding the pantry in the middle of the night looking for something, because I'll be nourished and I'll be satisfied and I'll be healthy. So get rid of those empty calories, and don't go for diets that are selling you, here, you can eat this snack and you can eat this much and you can have this much, but it's fluff, it's junk. Okay, and then a healthy diet will encourage movement and exercise. I know some of you, myself included, I'm not an exercise person. I don't like to sweat. If I'm running, something's probably chasing me. But these diets that say you can lose all this weight without any exercise, maybe you can, but it's not healthy. It's not sustainable. So movement by design aids us in digestion. It aids in detoxification. It aids in strength and vitality and anti-aging. And so, of course, it's an important puzzle piece in our picture of health. So am I telling you to go run a marathon? No, I couldn't do that. But wherever you are now, you can improve a little bit incrementally. So that should be a part of your healthy diet strategy. So those diets that sell no exercise necessary, steer clear, walk wide, because that's a gimmick. Okay, so those are some of the criteria. Clean, nutritious food, limiting carbohydrates, not left hungry, a variety of foods, no empty calories, focus on nutritional density, and encourage movement. So now, give me specifics. What diet should I sign up for? Give me some names. Name some names. So, first of all, how many of you are chronic dieters? Like, it's interesting when I teach a weight loss class or any of the classes I teach at the farm, and I ask, what diets have you been on? And hands go up, and there could be 10 people in that classroom and 100 different diets that we've tried. It's crazy. So we could name hundreds of diets we've tried that we've failed at. Part of the reason that those fail is because we have betrayed our body's trust in us. So our body's designed to survive, it's designed to thrive, it's designed to protect us. And sometimes it needs to protect us from ourselves. And some of these diets we do, especially the fad ones that hit really hard and fierce and completely uproot our lives, they're a threat from a biological standpoint. We're limiting our food. We're reducing our calories too far. Our body thinks we're starving, and frankly, it doesn't trust us anymore. So survival overrides. And the more diets we've been on, the harder it will be for us to lose weight because our metabolism's essentially broken. Our body's holding on to fat. Do you ever feel like you don't eat anything, but you can't lose weight for the life of you? You have to ask yourself, well, why? That could be because your body's braced for the next starvation period, which you call a diet. It calls a starvation period, and it's holding on to absolutely everything to protect itself. So when you're starting a new diet, or we're going to say a new lifestyle, it might take a little while to get going, and that's your body building trust and being able to say, oh wait, no, there's good food coming now. I'm being nourished. I'm having my needs met. Okay, then let's let go of some of this extra protective padding. Let's drop some of this fat. Let's optimize. It's safe to function full speed ahead now. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to drop the idea of diets entirely and look at a lifestyle that we can adopt. So if you're flipping through magazine at the stands by the register and it's got the new drop 8 pounds in 8 days, or 2 sizes in 2 weeks, or 20 pounds in a month, these kind of diets, have you noticed how a monthly magazine can have like 3 new diets every month? How is that the best diet if it's a new one every month? It drives me crazy. Drop those completely out of your vocabulary, out of your sight. Those don't serve you and they're not going to work. Let's look for a lifestyle approach, something that you could feel good about doing for life. So for a long-term diet to work, it has to incorporate foods that you like. It has to include foods that you love, that bring you joy, that you could eat every day, or foods that you could learn to like. So since I've started eating healthy, there are several vegetables that I've made friends with. I call it making friends. I found a way to fix them to like them. There are some that I'll probably never be friends with, and that's okay. But the diet that you adopt as a lifestyle should incorporate foods that you could live on and be happy. Okay, the diet should be doable. So I can talk all day about this pristine, pure, healthy diet where you make everything from scratch and it's sprouted and it's fermented and you made it with your bare hands and your bare feet, whatever is the most virtuous diet you could think of. But if it doesn't fit in your busy lifestyle, it doesn't matter. It's not going to last. It's not sustainable. So we need to find a diet or a lifestyle that will fit your schedule. Also know maybe you'll have to make some lifestyle changes if you're so busy, so insanely crazy that you can't find time to eat. Something's going to have to give on that end too. But yeah, it has to be doable. It has to allow for celebrations. Uh, I love parties. I love birthdays. I love Christmas. I love the traditional foods around Thanksgiving that you have to eat every at your grandma's house. You know, those are where joy comes from for me. So a diet or lifestyle that says you can never eat those things again, that's not okay. That's not going to work. You need a lifestyle that allows you to celebrate. And then you need to have space and be in a safe, healthy mindset to make mindful eating choices. You need to be able to eat with purpose. You need to be able to eat and say, I'm eating this because I want to feel this way. I want to fix this problem. I want to have energy. I want to be nourished. You need to be free to do that, not so frenzied that you're just grabbing the fastest thing, the first thing. You just want to not be hungry. That's not enough. You need to choose to be nourished and to make smart eating choices. And then finally, a lifestyle diet should allow for positive changes in all areas of your body. So one of my health food guru heroes that recently passed away, her name is Charlotte Gerson of Gerson Institute. My favorite quote from her is that the body doesn't heal selectively. When you heal, your whole body heals. So if you look at this weight that you're trying to lose as unhealthy or a symptom of an illness, let's say, you can't just fix that. If you heal your body, that will fix itself. And all of a sudden everything else will. You'll sleep better, you'll have more energy, clarity of thought, depression goes away, your mood lifts, everything clears up. Like, it's not just one thing that we're fixing. So if you're on the right diet, you'll notice this myriad of benefits and this overall increase in your quality of life, rather than these crash targeted diets that you might drop weight but you feel like crap, mood swings, and you're not sleeping, all these things that happen when you're forcing your body into a state of emergency to get some weight off by force. Not good. Okay, so changing a diet into a lifestyle, does that mean you have to eat the same way all the time? I get that question too, especially with some of the more drastic diets. No. Guess what? You're in charge of your life. Maybe you decide you're going to eat paleo except on your birthdays. Or maybe you're going to eat keto, but you're going to cycle out when the peaches are in season, which is exactly what I do. I ate my weight in peaches yesterday and it was glorious. Maybe you decide you're going to be, maybe you're a vegetarian, but you eat meat once a month just to help replenish your stores of B vitamins or something. Whatever it is, you get to decide, and you are mindful about how this goes, and you're not locked into a contract. It's your life and it's your diet. So we could find you a diet that has a name. You can come and talk to me and I'm like, yeah, let's go over Whole30 and let's go over Primal and let's go over autoimmune paleo and all these different diets. We could go over each one to see what works for you, or if that's a good template and a starting point. But eventually you get to what I call the diet with no name. And that's where you've taken the best concepts out of diets and you've tried them and they've worked for you. And you've taken nutritious whole foods and you've found what you like and you've crafted your own food lifestyle. And then that becomes yours. You have your own style of eating. And that's how it should be, because nobody knows your body better than you. Nobody knows that this particular food makes you foggy or gassy or whatever, but this one you just love so much you crave it. Nobody knows that but you, so you should be the primary author of your diet and you should be taking control of that. You shouldn't have a list of do's and don'ts nagging in your head all the time. So one thing you do have to be in a really healthy space to make these decisions. So one thing you need to realize, if you're dieting for weight loss, which is kind of what we're talking about today, but you are so much more than that number on the scale. That does not add up to your worth or equate to your wellness. It has nothing to do with your identity. So ditch the importance of that number. In fact, if you come to me and you're like, I need to ditch 10 pounds now, I'm like, okay, back up. Tell me what healthy looks like. What do you want to feel like? Don't tell me what number you want on the scale, because it's so arbitrary. And we attach so much meaning to it. So you step on a scale and you don't see the number that you want, then you feel like a failure and you berate yourself and you're not good enough, and your whole day, your whole outlook changes, and it shouldn't be that way. We get embarrassed for people to know that number. We dread going to the doctor because we'll have to reveal that number, and it just carries so much negativity. Yeah, so these mental blocks that can hold us back from ourselves, sometimes we really are our own worst enemies when it comes to health. We get in our heads, we get tangled up in destructive behaviors, we sabotage ourselves. So there might be a lot of emotional work to do before any diet can be successful. Dealing with some of the heart issues and the mental blocks and the negativity that keeps us from succeeding because we're just not kind. We're not in a space where we can heal ourselves. We're not kind to ourselves. So I had my own things to work with, and I still am. We all do. But don't let that hold you back from feeling better, from taking steps to claim the health that you want. And food is the star of that show. I tell you, every bite you take in, I know I say this every time, every bite you take in is a chance to rebuild the body you want. And we have this one life, and we're not here very long. Shouldn't we have the bodies that we want, the life that we want? Shouldn't we be able to live our dreams? I think so, and food is the way to fuel that. How can I help you? It can be so overwhelming. Like I said, which of all the diets is true? Short of an angelic visitation, it's a lot of trial and error. So how can you find? Well, let's look at what your issues are. It's never just simply weight. It's never just weight. There can be a hormonal imbalance. There can be a gut issues. Maybe you're not absorbing your food, so you're eating, but you're never satisfied because you have leaky gut and you're not getting the nutrients you need. Maybe it's stress. Oh my goodness. Stress can cause two responses where either a spike in cortisol will make you drop weight too fast and you can't keep weight on, or it will make you hold on to absolutely every calorie like you're wrapping up in a protective blanket. Before I had kids, it was the first one. And I miss that because now stress just makes me hold on to everything. So there's so many complicated reasons behind this weight, and that's why we're not simply trying to lose weight, we're trying to get healthy. So maybe you could talk to a doctor or a health professional or a nutritional therapist. I'm here to help you uncover what these causes are. And then maybe you can have that hard talk and look at your behaviors and your values and find out how you're sabotaging your own journey to health. So all of these, here, yes, on the stress, yeah. All these things can contribute. There are several ways I can help you if you would like. I feel like I've been through this maze and I'm still untangling and unraveling, and probably my greatest passion is helping people feel better about themselves, feel better in their own bodies. So how can I do that? Well, you can come see me at the farm, and it's free to come in and visit, and come on up to the counter and let's talk. So the farm is Utah Natural Meat. You can find the address on their website, utahnaturalmeat.com, and they're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 until 6, Fridays 10 until 3. Thank you. Am I a little stressed now? Yes. Come see me and let's talk. Or if you need some more one-on-one personal attention, go to my website, nourishwithkristin.com, and you can set up a free consultation. I do 20 minutes for free, and then if it looks like I'll be able to help you beyond that, we can set up a program and you can sign up for some real help. And finally, I offer classes at the farm from time to time, so watch for those. My next diet-related class is actually next Thursday. I'm doing a keto class. I'm not plugging keto as the one diet, just so you know, but it's an example of a lifestyle diet that can be modified to fit your needs. It's very anti-inflammatory. It's very good at regulating blood sugar. It has a lot of health benefits. So if that's something that interests you, come see me at the farm next Thursday. And then coming up, I will have online classes. I'm working on that too. But just educate yourself. I feel like there should be more education on how we personally can nourish ourselves so that we function the best. There should be a Diet 101 class mandatory in high school that we take to know how not to diet. What I really kind of resent things I've done in the past with the intention of feeling better, looking better, getting better, that actually undermined my health and caused real issues. And that's just ignorance. We don't know better. There's so many voices, confusing commercials and marketing, and so many wrong things out there that can lead us down harmful paths. So, yeah, come talk to me. Let's see what we can do to make you feel better. Okay, thanks for coming today. Looking at the comments here. let me know what diets you've been on and what's worked and what hasn't. And if you need help finding that one diet that will work for you, give me a holler. I'm always there. Kristin Whitaker, Nourish with Kristin at Utah Natural Wellness. Thank you guys. Bye.